like the loser is guaranteed that they won't make it, right? Because you could still make it on 12, as you say, so long as you have the round difference in your favor. So it is still very open-ended as things stand. This game is not going to be affecting the standings, unfortunately, but we're still going to have some fun with it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just thinking about it, maybe there is the... I mean, I'm just looking at it now. Sure, one team will be on 15 points, but only one team will be on 15 points, right?
Yeah, that's why I said 3 can end up on 12.
So, if just looking at it, if 9 Pandas and every other result goes their way, if 9 Pandas get a really good win here and up their round difference, is there still a chance, or are they absolutely out? I'm like looking at it. It has to be a pretty
you're
crazy
right.
win, right? For them to get
It has to be like a... Yeah, it has to be a significant win against Aurora, who have no chance of qualifying at all. So it's just about whether they'll do their countrymen a favor or not. And right now, it's not the pistol round 9 Pandas would have been hoping for to set things in motion on Vertigo. Good tap out of Norway to take down the middle presence. And Glowing's left alone, not for much longer. He'll go down, and Aurora open up with a bang.
Yeah,
but let's try and break this down, Trav.
Yeah, because I went into this looking at it and say, okay, well, there's guaranteed to be a team on 15 points because, you know, Saw and 3D Max play each other. But
that's one spot ticked in.
Exactly, one spot ticked in. But then I sort of... Because 9 Pandas are so far behind in terms of points, 9 points and round difference, I looked at it as if to say, well, they've got no chance. But yeah, a really good win and results going their way. They could be a 12-point team to sneak in, but everything has to go their way.
And the results that need to go their way is they need Parry Vision to beat Rush B, and they also need Monty to beat Sinners. 2 teams who are already out of contention is who 9 Pandas are currently relying on, man. Yeah. So it certainly does make things interesting. I was never great at maths, and this is a complicated equation, but we'll have to wait and see if it all balances out at the end of the day. The one thing 9 Pandas have to focus on is this game right here. They can't be keeping an eye on the other matches. They've just got to go stay fully focused, trained in on this particular map, and they've got to do exactly, well, the most that they possibly could, right?
Yeah, and of course, one thing we haven't had a chance to talk about yet is this all-important game, which is, you know, not really much to write home about for Aurora. Might still be for 9 Pandas. It's being played on Vertigo, and especially in best of ones, we just do not see Vertigo much at all at the moment because of the changes. I feel like teams aren't entirely too comfortable with it yet. That's why we're seeing a lot of Dust 2 being played, because that reintroduction of Dust 2 into the pool has kind of forced teams to have to go for it if they don't like Vertigo and the new changes.
Yeah.
So, really interesting.
Well, you know what makes it even more interesting? Between these 2 teams, we don't have a single rep on Vertigo. 0 maps played for 9 Pandas in the past 3 months. 0 maps played for Aurora in the past 3 months. So this is the first time we're getting to see both 9 Pandas and Aurora on Vertigo. Now, it's very brave, I'd say, from 9 Pandas, considering how ridiculously important this game is, that they've let us go to their permaban.
Yeah, and the height at which your voice just pitched there, I completely agree with that. That is as surprising as surprising as I thought. Let it go to their permaban?
Yeah, it's something that does shock me right now. So it's just bringing it all out, man. Oh, nice angle by Norway. Oh, this is not the start 9 Pandas were hoping for, guys, because not only do they have to win here on Vertigo, they have to win convincingly to significantly up their round difference, which is currently -3.
Exactly. This is going to be super, super fascinating how this all turns out. As we said, one team guaranteed to make it to 15 points. So all 3D Max. When it comes to the underdogs, the lowest ranked teams who we thought would be a little bit more struggling in this particular group stage, Sinners and Rush B, they're in the pound seats with their round difference, but they still might have to win their games. We shall find out. And of course, it's tough games too.
I just want to speculate here. Is there a world in which 9 Pandas didn't actually realize that they were still in contention for that top 2 spots, and they decide, well, let's play Vertigo here so that we can just try and feel the map out and get a bit of a like, surely not, right? Surely not, because it's so simple to just pull up that table and kind of just figure out how things might play out and where they'd end up as a result. But I'm trying to come up with the reason as to why they would go to Vertigo here in such an important game.
It's making me wonder as well. Like, I'm pretty sure round difference is the difference maker, right?
Or it could be head to head.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I actually haven't had it. You know what? I'm gonna find the page. I'm
Yeah,
gonna find the
go
page
do some
that
digging.
ESL spoke about this tournament just to double check to see what's going on. You have some fun with this round.
Yeah, I got this. It is going to be a fast-paced round coming through from 9 Pandas, but Aurora have shut things down as quickly as they started here. Man, Aurora have come into this just looking straight fire on Vertigo right now. Why is this their permaban? It's a map where there's so many gunfights, and we know how good the Aurora individuals are as well, roaring to victory here. 9 Pandas have gotten 4 kills in 4 rounds. Those are rookie numbers. They need to up those numbers, and it has to happen here in this first gun round. I'd say 9 Pandas are a pretty conservative team. They're not people or not players who like to play very aggressively. You know, somebody like Idis Balance is an AWPer who wants to take his time to get into the round, likes to post on angles and try and punish people for over swinging. And so we've got some contrasting styles here, especially when you compare the two AWPers. Either way, Kenzie, he isn't the AWPer, but he has been AWP, and he's found an opening kill. Again, it's just all the frags for Aurora. 9 Pandas are looking a bit lost right now. They've been pushed in middle, they've lost the life there. They try walking up ramp a couple times, they just lose the gunfights immediately. Oh man, not a good look here for 9 Pandas in such an important game. I swear, and Shelfie left here.
I swear I had a page open about like 2 weeks ago, and it's not in my Chrome history to check the to check the lineup and the.
You've been clearing your history there, have you, Trav?
No. I have my own personal computer. I clear nothing. I am loud and proud,
okay,
mate. All right, loud and proud. I'm gonna keep searching because this is really important, genuinely.
Yeah, so. It is. Even if we just have a little check in Discord, maybe we can tag somebody in and see if they can relay some important info. We did just assume it was round difference, but sometimes it can be head-to-head. And that could... Well, I don't think that changes things for the better for 9 Pandas, because they've lost to all of 3D Max, Sinners, and, well, they beat Rush B. So, did they? Actually, I'll have to have a look at that. They lost to Rush B, actually. The Sinners was the one that they've just beaten. Either way, alright. Hopefully we get some more information on that. Hopefully we get more out of 9 Pandas, because if they lose this map trap, then everything we've been building up here and trying to figure out doesn't mean a thing. And Lackey, well, he just activates nicely there to take Dilladez down. It is an eco round here from the T side, and it's actually one of the better looking rounds we've seen from 9 Pandas in terms of getting some opening kills and going toe-to-toe, keeping up with Aurora. Deco on the opposite side of the smoke will smoke the players who emerge. And this is the problem I have with Aurora, because you watch them playing this game and you're like, my god, these guys are so flippin' good at the game. But then you look at their results they've had here, and they've won 1 out of the 6 matches they've played, or 2 now after they beat Monty, I guess. But it really has been a disastrous run for Aurora in this qualifier.
Okay, Matt, I regret to inform you that I have found the page that I wanted to find. Yes. Sadly, it doesn't actually tell me what the deciding factor is, not what the splitter is between teams. Okay.
So it's still yet to be decided, yet to be determined.
I mean, you'd assume. You would assume
Neokai tweeted, and he said that round difference could be a big thing. So
yes. I mean, that's the obvious assumption, considering what it shows on Liquipedia and on HLTV, right? So, yeah. Anyway, what it's important to say, what we know for an absolute fact right now, is that this is not a good start for 9 Pandas when they absolutely have to win.
Exactly. That's everything we've been discussing is based off of them winning this map, and they're down 6-0 in as many rounds. I mean, you've been, trying to find facts for like a minute and a half, and you've looked back and Aurora have added 3 rounds to their tally. So that tells you all you need to know. Nice position from Dilladez there. Result wasn't able to see a thing through the grid, and Shelfie's trying to flash his way forward. Staying amongst the smoke grenades, he catches a glimpse of a head, takes the life. Deco's gotten a kill as well, so that's flipped around now in Aurora's favor. At least 9 Pandas have got some good control. Dilladez finds another opening frag on that B bomb site, and it is looking pretty good here for 9 Pandas to get their first on the board.
Yeah, and Idis Balance manages to creep through window there as well on a perfect timing. Oh, Clax, that is some reaction from Deco. And they can swap the AWP and the rifle here. Deco can get himself back onto the AWP, and Norby can get given the rifle, and they have a chance to retake this. The money's out of control for Aurora. They absolutely should go for this. Norby, 8-0 so far. So is Deco. Both deathless. That will change for Deco. But in comes Norby. Quick scope onto Odilades. And he's aware of where Idis Balance is playing from. It might just be one stomach shot with the deagle. Oh, but he can't connect with it. And Idis Balance gets the first round on the board for 9 Pandas once and for all.
Can you imagine if he connects on that random shot through the smoke there to get the kill? That would have sent 9 Pandas into disarray, but thankfully the round works out for the T side, exactly as was required of them. They get their first point on the board, that which has to be the first of many. Shelfie is 0 and 7 right now. Everybody else has 2 kills aside from Dilladez, so yeah, Aurora would just be kind of left thinking at the end of the day, why haven't we had this form throughout the entire qualifier? They beat Monty in a very important game earlier, and they've started off well against 9 Pandas, but looks like as this half and the map goes on, 9 Pandas seem to be finding their footing a bit better.
Yeah, obviously on a map where, as we've spoken about, is one they do not play. Both teams do not play Vertigo, whether it's old Vertigo or new Vertigo, so it might just turn into a bit of a straight-up brawl. So many factors to talk about and think about about this map pick between these two teams, kind of crazily. We've covered most of them, but it is very curious, and I think 9 Pandas have got the mine advantage, and because of that, Aurora, even with that cash they'd built up, they're deciding to save the 2 M4s because of the health on Kenzie. Fair enough, that is fine. They're both full health, I would say go for it, but they are not. And they're fighting back into this one now, sailing toward the A site, using the new catwalk on the side of the building, of course. Idis Balance is going to throw that AWP off the map. See you later, son. Someone's about to get a rude awakening down below.
Yeah, I mean, where's the consideration for the traffic, man? That could cause a severe accident.
All those, like, terribly graphic cars at the bottom of the...
Yeah, I know, man.
With their hexagonal wheels.
You can count the pixels on those cars.
What do you mean, just one big blob, one big pixel?
Yeah, one for each wheel as well, man. It doesn't look great down there, either way.
Good, for FPS reasons. Good.
Uh-huh, yeah, true and real. 6-2. More than enough money here for the CTs to buy up, and, well, I mean, with the round loss bonus coming into effect, it feels like Aurora can just continue to buy here. It's always such an interesting situation when you have a team who has to win a game against a team who are completely out of an event. And sometimes that lack of pressure can make a big difference, right? Aurora have just pitched up and they're looking to have fun. They're gaming. Deco's 9 for 1, Norway's 10 for 2. And 9 Pandas are thinking, mate, could you guys not have just played in the same form that you've been throughout this qualifier?
Yeah.
That would be appreciated.
An Aurora without pressure is a scary Aurora. That's
yeah,
for sure.
True.
And yeah, I think there might only be a few rounds left for 9 Pandas, I'll be real, before it's actually done once and for all. Their round difference being the issue, despite whatever happens with the other games. Because of course, the minimum it can be is 2, even if it goes to overtime, right? Like difference between the two. So the swing can be only a max of 4, I would say. Between the other teams, I mean. Nate breaking from the smoke, and Chelfie's not had much luck so far in this best of 1. 0 and 9 so far for the leader. The new leader of 9 Pandas. Look at Kenzie. He is not being checked for, and he gets 2 just before he goes down. An important 2 because it recovers it into an even standpoint. Yeah,
Result is the first responder here to get himself on the scene. A minute left on the clock. Norway's got an AWP as well, so he's quite reluctant to force the issue in middle. Rather just going to stay on the angle. Result on top of the ledge there. Will find a big kill on Dilladez, an angle that once did not exist, was now taken advantage of by Result and Clax. He's got the bomb in his back, but he wants more when Norway, well, he's just posted. Not getting overzealous, not getting ahead of himself, keeping things simple. Clax walks into the crosshair, and that will be a locked-in half win at the bare minimum here for Aurora.
It's such a deep line now, of course, as well, through the elevators. How many verticos have you had a chance to do? I've done like 2.
I think 2 as well, yeah, I've done 2.
One of them was a Mouse and XT one, which of course was, they're specialists on this map, whether it's new or old, Vertigo. And yeah, they did the little boost on the sandbags on the A ramp to see over the yellow wall and towards CT, which was pretty cool. Sorry, we didn't see that. One flash will be missed, which means maybe a little bit less easy control toward the B stairs. There we go, Shelfie. Off the mark. First kill on the board. And 7-5 is more of a must. 4, but look where Lackey is! And Kenzie was even pushing down on a timing as well because, of course, he knew where his teammate was. It couldn't have been better between the two of them. They just absolutely pincer, and Wrestle doing what Wrestle does. 2 quick kills with the M4A4. He might be one of my favourite players to watch with the M4A4 at the moment, and he makes it a third as well. Brilliant hold. 8-2 Aurora.
Yeah, there might be 1 or 2 people in the team now who are second guessing the decision to pick Vertigo because they're like, where do I default again? How do I throw this nade? What's the protocol if we lose a player early over towards ramp? And these are things they'll have to be discussing on the fly, and that's not the situation you want to be in a must-win game. And they're going to go for a half-buy. Glowing's fully forced with the Mac 10. I guess he gets 3,400, so he'll have enough for AK and armor in the next, but it's just brutal here for 9 Pandas. We needed to see a far better performance out of them. And Norway is letting his AWP sting. Great double kill. Deco says, oh, share the spoils with me, mate. He just charges through, finds a frag. Norway continues to rack up kills with that AWP. Maybe looking to make a case for himself. Deco hasn't AWP'd once yet on the CT side of Vertigo. And Norway feels like he's had it pretty much every single round.
This feels like very much like a test game for Aurora, doesn't it? Because we know that 9 Pandas don't play Vertigo. We've been over this.
Oh, yeah.
But Aurora don't either. And no, Norvi is AWPing. Deco is feeling comfortable on a rifle. Maybe it could be a Vertigo-specific thing. I know some AWPers really hate AWPing on Vertigo. It is a hard map to AWP on, full stop. But yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. It's a, as you say, a weird position in the groups. Weird sort of timing on the game in terms of dead team versus almost dead team. In terms of standings in the round robin, but yeah, it's looking pretty good for them, and who knows, maybe it'll be a map they're happy to pull out as a random pick in Yongshiping, for example, if they feel like they want to try and throw in a curveball to change their fortunes as of late.
I mean, it's not like any of the opponents going to Yongshiping would have much to go off of to see how Aurora like to play the map, because right now they're just dominating the gunfight. It's not like they're showing any tendencies. Obviously, not going to make any drastic inferences like saying Aurora are the best team in the world on Vertigo, but doesn't seem far from a trap.
No, when you see the individuals play this well, then it makes you feel good. Of course, T-Stud is yet to be seen, which is very important. But
what I do want, sorry mates, I've interrupted you there. What I do want to say is that I feel like when a team are really struggling, when they're in rough form, changing up your map pool and trying to, you know, figure out your permaban, see if there is maybe a way you can play it is never really a bad option, because it's something fresh, right? And when you freshen things up, that can sometimes just bring a breath of fresh air. It can just bring some new motivation.
Yeah.
Can change things up. So I really would like to see Aurora actually try integrated into the pool, clearing an angle that doesn't exist anymore.
Yes, exactly. You realise exactly what I was laughing at there. That's how shows you how they haven't played Vertigo much at all. He's clearing an angle that does not exist anymore, and can Kenzie find angles that exist in this 1 versus 3? Nade over the top does decent damage, but he manages to find Shelfie. Thankfully, Glowing will remove him at the very end, but it's 9-3 for Aurora at half-time. See you in a minute.
For fortune to come, you're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, but pack your bag now. Keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Give all you got and show them how to make a miracle. Go save your team, be a a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you. Take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine. Show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster. Gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now. Get up now. Go with the move, go for the goal. Lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, go when it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle.
Making magic when they need it most.
We're on the brink of concluding proceedings here in this closed qualifier, at least in terms of the round robin, and we have got, one last round of matches, one half left in these round robin matches. It is Aurora leading convincingly, 9 Pandas. They had to not only win Vertigo, but they had to win it by some distance to even try keep themselves in contention for the playoffs, Trav. It was never the half they would have been hoping for, but let's see if they can fight back here on their CT side.
Good start for Clax. Trying to understand how to play around those elevator angles. We already saw, as I mentioned, at the end of that first half in that final round, some of the 9 Pandas players pre-firing angles that don't exist anymore, including that little Z connector that used to go in toward heaven. Lucky making his way up. They have got a smoke down toward that LE position, so that's something they have managed to figure out. Completely blocked it off, and a lineup for Lucky. 2 immediate headshots. Norvi responds as well. Now glowing is Goosh down. Result takes him. And Idis Balance is not close enough to do anything because he's been cut off by Norvi. 16-3 for Norvi. What a game.
Yeah, he is having a fantastic performance. I mean, you kind of speculated as well that he's the new IGL. Lackey, the previous IGL, is 14 for 6. So the 2 thinking tanks of the team right now are also contributing in a massive way in the fragging department. Aurora go up 10-3, just steamrolling 9 Pandas right now. And they're 3 rounds away from concluding their run here. At least it would be a bit of a sweeter end, having beaten Monty and 9 Pandas, but in the same breath, might also just kind of leave a bit of an afterthought, you know, that, damn, we did so well here. If we had just kind of brushed up a little bit more on day 1, probably would have qualified for the playoffs. The lost to, who was it? Was Sinners that they lost to yesterday, and Rush B, I think.
Yeah, the 2 are top. Who are top, yeah.
Those losses really hurted them. Really hurt them, rather. 13-8 to Rush B, 16-14 to Sinners. That's where they really lost their way here in this round robin closed qualifier.
And of course, when we did that Monty versus Aurora game last time out, Shalfie can't get the bomb plant denied because, of course, planting in a different spot now to hide from elevator. It's, yeah, I mean, we're both bottom. And without a chance of making it, which is kind of the opposite of what we were feeling were going to happen, of course, when we looked at this group. People will, probably people who are looking at this tournament will look at it and say, well, who the hell are Rush B? Why the hell are they here? Sinners, I haven't heard of them in a while. Why are they already back straight away again against teams that should be better? But Gonna give some props to Sinners. They've managed to deliver while in the midst of their changing their roster, of course, a little bit back and forth, testing different players. Fair play to them.
They're also playing against a team that they have in a match that they have to win against a team who have already been eliminated, Monty, and they're currently losing that match 6-3. So, not doing themselves a massive service. If they win that game, they guarantee themselves a spot in the playoffs. Rush B versus Parivision locked in at 2 apiece, so still a long way to go there. And then Saw against 3D Max, the winner of that series, guarantees themselves a spot in the playoffs. The one thing we need to add here, Trav, I actually think we've missed this point, is that if Rush B and Sinners both win their games, regardless of what happens between Saw and 3D Max, there's actually still going to be a conversation about the round difference, because then we have 3 teams on 15 points.
Yeah, exactly. So the 3 12-point teams. So, of course, we got one that we guaranteed to stay on 12, of course, because Saw play 3D Max. Obviously, we're kind of talking about this like over and over, just so one, we understand, making sure that we put forth the right opinion and the right factual statement about where this tournament's going, right? So we are repeating ourselves, but for the benefit of us and for the you at home. That's a good little double flank there. Norby manages to recover that one. And whatever we say, whatever we talk about, what we can tell you that is a absolute fact that it's 12-3 for Aurora and 9 Pandas are not going to Pro League.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's rough for them. They're on the brink here. Shelfie 3 for 15. He's not the only one. Everybody's struggling outside of Dilladez, who's basically just holding his own, but not much more outside of that. And they're going to have to win 9 rounds in a row here, our 9 Pandas, to try and get themselves up to overtime. Just seems like an impossible task. Lackey leads the charge in towards this B bomb site. There's one player on the site right now. It's Klax who's there, and he's kind of just trying to stay in position. Eventually, he'll just go down without having any impact on the round. And it's as good as done. 9 Pandas, Goose is cooked.
And sadly, it's not going to taste good. Aurora... And sadly for them, they have peaked way too late in this qualifier, disappointingly. This is what I expected to see from them, this sort of performance with everyone popping off individually. Look at this across the board. Result 15, Lackey 15, Deco 15, and Norby 19 and 4. This is what I expected, and it didn't come to pass. Shelfie is looking to try and clutch this, but it's not going to happen for him. Aurora are closing in from both angles. There's no time for the DPs anyway. This is all said and done.
Clever.
Almost the nade finishes him off, but does some more damage to make it even easier for Kenzie. And, well, that is an absolute speed run from Aurora on Vertigo. On a map that both those teams don't play, of course. And now it's all going to be up in the air with the last few best of ones to be completed, of course. None of the others have been completed as quickly as...